Do you ever struggle with just being yourself, especially in terms of social media? If you're looking to build a brand, you're looking to start a business, you're going to go to social media, you're going to create some type of account, or you're going to use your personal account and start from there. And we make it so hard. We struggle with the confidence of just being ourselves. It's something that I've struggled with myself definitely for years as well. Struggling with the thought of, how do I do this? How do I use these platforms, use these services to put myself out there and come off in the right way? Or how do I do it, and how do I do it effectively? But at the same time, like, make it me, which sounds kind of ridiculous because I'm me 24/7. I'm me all the time. I have no problem walking around and being myself. I have no issue like walking into any room and being a confident person in any room. But when it comes to social media, when it comes to putting yourself in front of the camera and creating some form of video or picture or content or whatever, you struggle with being yourself, you struggle with talking, you struggle with getting your point across. We make it so much more complicated than it has to be. We come up with a bunch of excuses on why we can't do something rather than looking at our possibilities or what we are good at or what we have that separates us or makes us different. We focus on all the things that we don't have. We focus on all the things that we aren't. We play these tricks on ourselves and we get in our own way. I've done that for years. I've done that plenty of times. I've tried to be consistent on social media. I've tried to do posts, do stories. I've struggled. I've struggled with my confidence in those areas. I've struggled with the thoughts of, is anybody going to care? Does anybody care to hear what I have to say? Or would they relate to this? Or all of that stuff. For whatever reason, I've struggled with that. I've struggled with finding myself and knowing what I'm passionate about and putting it across in a way that I feel is genuine, or I feel like people would be attracted to or care about for whatever reason. Just struggled with being myself. Go through times of looking at other people and looking at what other people are doing and comparing yourself to other people and just thinking like, man, you're looking at them, you're like, wow, how do they do what they do? How do they make it look so easy? You look at it and you look at yourself and you're like, man, well, I don't have that, or I'm not that, or I'm not this. Or you're looking at somebody that's like killing it, they're crushing it, they're doing their thing, and you admire it, and it makes you feel less of yourself, or it makes you feel like you're not doing good, or you're not doing this or that. This is all things that we've all struggled with. It's a part of social media, right? As great as these services are for being able to reach people around the world, or being able to build an audience or build a brand or start a company and get straight to consumers or direct to your customers, these are things that we struggle with to make use of these platforms. It's something that for me, I've had to deconstruct in my life. I've had to go through different times of like unfollowing certain people or hiding certain people's pages because they were playing on my confidence and weren't allowing me to think straight or whatever. And not even that it was them, it was more so me in those situations, just thinking way too much about all of this and thinking way too deep into who I am and what my message is and what I have to say, and honestly thinking too much into what people will care about and putting that on myself and holding myself back with that. It seems simple, like it should be the easiest thing for you to be yourself, for you to know who you are and to just naturally put that across, but it's not. For whatever reason, we make it so much more difficult than it has to be. And it's taken me time to deconstruct what that is and where that comes from. But I do know that it is something that I've created for myself. It's not something that is real. It doesn't actually exist. That lack of confidence and not fully knowing who I am or what I want to be or what I want to do or what I want to put across. Those are limitations that I've put on myself. And it's something even as of right now, like I'm challenging myself to create a different type of content and put myself out there in a different way because it's time and I've been wanting to do it for long enough. So might as well start now with a fresh new year and having the year that we just had last year. I think that for me personally, I really do believe that social media there's obviously pros and cons to everything, but it's a great opportunity because even for a kid like me, like I grew up in this smaller town that's, nobody knows about it, whatever, but I was able to kind of like put myself out there and I got a bunch of opportunities from that. And like without social media, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now or be like doing the things I'm doing. Not that I'm at like the greatest place in my life or whatever, but I'm in a good spot, and I want to do my part in informing and educating other people on how exactly like they can do that for themselves. Because especially after a year like last year, where a bunch of people got laid off, a bunch of people have had to pivot and really get creative and hustle. More people have turned to trying to create content or trying to see what they can do on social media more than ever. And, it's something that I've been trying to do for a few years now and have struggled with doing it at different times and have gotten better with certain things, and more so just certain things in myself, like really honestly just learning how to be myself on social media and be confident in that and put that out there. And it's something that I believe is going to be helpful and will be helpful and can inspire a lot of other people to just be honest about my experiences with trying to do that thus far and what it's been like. I feel as though like I tell myself and I know like I want to be useful to other people. I want to inspire other people, especially other like young men, because for myself that was necessary for me at different times, especially with like I was saying, like trying to build that confidence up to be myself, to put myself out there. I've listened to a lot of like other guys and women of course as well, but just being able to relate to like other men about what they've struggled with or what their experiences have been has been really helpful for me along my path. I think of myself to be a very like consistent and committed person, and I always want to stay true to myself. I just want to be an inspiration that, bro, like it's cool to be that type of person. It's okay to be the person that is very much so focused on working on themselves, being committed to, their partner or one person or whatever it may be. Just being a committed person all around and being consistent, and what that takes and where that leads you in life. I think that's especially helpful for younger people to kind of see people that they can relate to and look at and be like, oh wow, like this person that maybe looks like me or that I kind of look up to or whatever, goes about their life in a certain way, and it's gotten them kind of the results that they've wanted in their life, and for them to want to kind of follow in those footsteps. Because I want to see people, man. I want to see people do well in life. I want to see people get what they want. I want to see people get ahead in life. Those are a part of my goals for who I am, and kind of like what I want to like leave behind in the way that I want to impact this world is I want to see people start their own brands, start their own companies, put themselves out there and get the results that they want, and like get paid, get their money, make a difference in their household. I want to see them just do better in life. And the opportunities are out there. The opportunities are definitely on social media. There's a bunch of different ways to make money using these apps and these services. And you just got to start. You got to get started, man. You got to like be able to put yourself out there and stay true to yourself and have the confidence in knowing that you can do that. So yeah, that's why I'm just going to be like sharing my experiences, sharing my struggles with trying to do exactly that, but definitely getting results over the years and making it work.